Hello and welcome to the Four Nations tournament here at the Thong Sports Centre, Gravesend. And the match we're featuring here is the England versus Wales clash. Just run through the teams briefly before the start. For England, we have at 13, Paul Foster. At 7, Carl Garner. Number 4, Mike Landell, the captain. Number 9, Neil McCutcheon. 6, Mike Hubbard. 5, Eric Watson. 10, Carl Miller. 14, Richard Crimes. 8, Ken Scott. And 15, Gary Cole. And that completes the England lineup. For Wales, number 4, Dave Matthews. Number 5, Andrew Evans, the captain. Number 6, Philip Porter. Number 7, Mark Gould. Number 8, Martin Rowe. Number 9, Steve Martin. Number 10, Mark Gibbons. Number 11, Tony Hobbs. Number 12, David Lumberg. And 13, Ian Hopper. So it's England in the white strip and Wales in the red. Balls with Landell. Landell calling the tactics. Garner finds Miller. Garner once more, Landell on the right. And Miller finds space but can't control the ball. Garner now tries to start it going again. Landell feeds out to the right. And under the basket it's Ken Scott. The first points of the morning go to Ken Scott. Well, Scott was a major difference between England and Scotland last night. And there again, 2 points for England. This time, Carl Miller, 4-0. Well, England beat Scotland by the substantial score of 80-50, and virtually all the points in that lead scored by Ken Scott. Ken Scott, the 6'8" young lad from Darlaston Comprehensive in Walsall, really tearing into the Scots last night, and the Welsh really must look out for him in this match. Martin goes for the long shot. It's short. Passed out of defence by Crimes. Garner on to number 4, Landell, and that's 2 points for Mike Landell, taking England's lead to 6 points to 0. And the pass from Hobbs, easily taken out by England. Ball retrieved by Kapil Kumar, the local hero. Gravesend Grammar School pupil. Played in the England team against Scotland last night. Scott. So Ken Scott moves on to 4 points, England on to 8. Welsh reply. Shot from Mark Gibbons, just a little too far. Swift passing out of defence by England. Garner finds Scott, and Scott, with his height advantage over a fairly short Welsh defence, pops the basket in for 6 points. Miller and Scott once more, and Scott really running riot. So 12-0 already. Well, we heard beforehand, in fact, a timeout being taken. We heard beforehand that England would really have a fairly easy task against Wales. Wales playing their first match together against Ireland last night and losing 54-66. England with a lot more practice, a lot more finance to keep the schools basketball going. Martin, and the pass fumbled by Gibbons. So England passing out of defence. Landell. Garner back to Landell. Miller on the right. Scott's waiting in the middle. England looking for the feed to Scott, and they've got it. Scott goes up under heavy pressure from the Welsh defence, but able to get that extra little room, extra reach to pop in his 10th point of the morning. 14-0 for England. And the pass cut out by Matthews, and hits the deck in the company of Carl Garner. So it's a jump ball between Garner and Matthews. And it's England with a tip, but it goes straight to Lumberg for Wales, and Wales on the attack. Dave Matthews under the basket, around the rim, and just tipped in, looked like by Steve Martin. So Wales' first points of the match, 2-14. Landell. Scott taking the pass, I think intended for Landell. The referee stopping play. And the first foul of the match. It looks like it's against, judging by his reaction, Ken Scott. And the pass from Mike Hubbard out to the wing with Carl Miller. Straight out of play. Wales now responding, Dave Matthews. Matthews, one of 3 Treorchy players in the team. Comes back off the rim, and England away once more with Garner. And Garner and Scott getting in a slight mess there, but good pass now from Martin to Matthews. Matthews goes up, but unable to convert into the basket. Sideline ball for Wales. David Lundberg. Matthews. Martin. Lundberg now from the line. Comes off the rim, England away. Garner through to Hubbard. And Scott arrives rapidly, but can't take the ball. Hubbard emerges with it. Crimes. Hubbard. And Garner finds a little space, goes for the shot, comes back off the rim. So another jump ball, this time palmed down by Gibbons, but straight to the England man, Garner. Scott out to Hubbard. Hubbard in the corner, and a superb basket from the corner by Mike Hubbard, bringing England to 16-2. Hobbs to Gibbons, and now Martin. Well, sideline possession for England. Hubbard comes forward. Garner, Watson, Scott. And Scott's got 3 Welshmen on him, but able to find his way through. Hubbard finds space. Garner. Watson. Garner once more. Dummy into Scott. Scott finds the room. This time not on target. Wales breathe a little more easily. Come forward now. Martin to Matthews. And the Welsh shooting not too hot. Finding the space for the shots, but England looking a little more sharp on the throws. And their Crimes confirming that, putting England into an 18-2 lead. Lundberg. And travelling against David Lundberg. So from the free throw line, it's Eric Watson. First attempt unsuccessful, and so is the second. Well, the nerves must be there. And all 3 attempts unsuccessful. Welsh come away. Garner clashes with Matthews, and the foul against Dave Matthews. That's his second foul. Matthews, and fumbled by Hobbs. Straight out of play. Watson, Garner, Hubbard. Hubbard with the shot, and a lovely basket for Mike Hubbard. Well, England's shooting looking really crisp from any angle. Welsh, though, still full of fight. Matthews. And the follow-up from Gibbons. And that's the second Welsh basket from Mark Gibbons. Tireless work by Dave Matthews, and Gibbons following up. Garner. Hubbard. Missing out Crimes. Crimes waiting in the middle. And gets the ball. Looks for the shot. Can't find the rim. Watson. Scott. Scott with the space, and in it goes. That's 12 points now for Ken Scott. 23-4, the England lead. Hobbs. And Hobbs passing back behind Matthews. Hobbs didn't have too successful a match last night against the Scots. And it looks like he's going to have a few problems now as well. Carl Miller getting the basket for England. Matthews under the basket, finds Lundberg. Lundberg passes off the deck to Matthews. And Lundberg under the basket, finds Crimes in the way. A nice attempt, but around the rim. England retaliate. Hubbard finds Garner. Hubbard again from the right. And just tipped out by Hobbs. But the rebound from Crimes. Matthews, Lundberg, and the third Welsh basket. So that's baskets now for Martin, Gibbons and Lundberg. Well, the pass from Garner telegraphed to Watson. Lundberg able to put his hand in the way, put it out of play. Sideline possession for England. Hubbard finds Scott. Scott's got Hobbs behind him, turns and finds room for the shot, and Scott really looking a very confident performer. And basket from Crimes. 31 points now for England. 31-6 the lead. Well, the pass went to Hobbs, and Scott was in there. And the foul given against Scott. Garner goes off to be replaced by Landell. Lundberg. Matthews. Matthews with the shot off the backing board. Gibbons chases, comes off the hand of Landell. Red ball, says the referee. And out of play. Landell for England. Landell brings possession forward. Hubbard. Watson, acute angle, it came off the rim. Well, we're at the halfway stage of the first half. The lead 31 points to England, 6 to Wales. The lead 25. Matthews to Hobbs. Matthews unleashes the throw, comes back off the net. And a good pass out of defence to Watson. Watson charged out by Mark Gibbons. Landell calls for the ball. Looks so assured. Hubbard. And Crimes under pressure. And the defenceman raises his arm. David Lundberg has a foul recorded against him. Well, that foul sends Richard Crimes to the free throw line. First one's good. And so is the second. Doesn't need the third attempt. Richard Crimes brings his personal tally up to 8 points, and England's up to 33. Matthews looks an assured handler, good dummy there into Gibbons and gets the shot in. Really though, Wales looking very good at the passing, but when it comes to the final shot, not quite there. McCutcheon and Scott, but the whistle went. Well, David Lundberg seems to have taken a knock to the face, being seen to by the Welsh representatives. Representing Wales in this tournament, we have the coach Neil Hammond, the assistant coach David Addis, and the team manager John Cook. Well, they're satisfied about Lundberg. He continues in the match. Lundberg, Matthews, finds Martin. And a good shot by Matthews. Well, good positioning, but it came straight back. Landall. McCutcheon. Finds Crimes. Landall. Follow up. Rebound from Watson. Crimes went in. Wales come away with Lundberg. Lundberg's got Martin in support. Martin under the net. And that's the fourth Welsh basket. Landall. McCutcheon. Well, the pass was into number 13 for England, Paul Foster. Foster just charged out. McCutcheon, good running, takes possession back from Landall. And a lovely basket. Well, England's positional awareness certainly quite impressive. Well, foul given on the English defence. Wales with the sideline ball. The shot from Lundberg came off the rim. Not quite on target. Wales getting the positions, getting the openings, but not quite able to convert into points. Landall and the pass taken out by Martin. Hobbs for Gibbons. Gibbons runs in on the English defence, passes out to Lundberg, and a good basket from David Lundberg. Landall, deceptive pass, but also deceived Crimes. Away come Wales. With Martin, the whistle goes for travelling. Timeout is called at 7 minutes 4 remaining in the first half. The score 35 points to England and 10 points to Wales. Well, there's an interesting angle to this match. We have three representatives of the junior Warrington Larder Vikings side. They're the Asda Junior Cup winners and the National Junior Champions. The players, there's two on the England side. They are Carl Garner and Carl Miller, and there's one appearing for the Welsh team. That's David Lundberg. McCutcheon finds Landall. Landall over the top to Watson, and good interception by Lundberg. Away he goes, he's going it alone. In on the basket, off the rim. Rebound attempted from Gibbons. And Matthews under heavy pressure. Matthews. Matthews slowing things down, looking for the openings. And good work between Martin and Gibbons, gets the shot in. And Crimes tries to throw the ball out, snatched by Gibbons. And a cheeky basket for Wales. That brings Martin, Gibbons and Lundberg each on to 4 points. The Welsh team total up to 12. England 35, 6:15 remaining in the first half. Landall to McCutcheon. Landall across the top and nearly taken, well in fact taken out this time by Steve Martin. Landell trying these ambitious passes across to Watson right over the top of the Welsh defence, but that time Martin able to get a hand in. Crimes goes for the shot, but a foul. Sideline ball. And timeout called again. 5:56 now remaining in the first half. 35 to England, 12 to Wales. Landell down in the corner. In for Foster. Foster finding the way pretty crammed. The basket washed out. Matthews to Gibbons. Gibbons finds room for the throw, comes off the board. And now Lundberg. Unlucky, just rolling around the rim. Matthews, tireless worker. Lundberg. And the pass intercepted by Landell. Away he goes, and a good score by Landell. 37 to 12 now to England. Lundberg with the reply. And Wales mounting the pressure, but Lundberg eventually denied by Watson. Landell, support from McCutcheon now. Crimes, the other two now arriving. Landell choosing his moment. Foster, Watson, McCutcheon over the top to Landell. And Crimes off the rim. Now Watson, but fouled as he went up. Well, two substitutions there. Gary Cole coming on for England. Off goes Paul Foster. And on the Welsh side, Steve Martin goes off, and on comes Andrew Evans. Garner. And a good basket from Garner under heavy pressure. Brings England total up to 40. Across the halfway line. Crimes. And Cole. Matthews. Support now from Evans. Matthews again off the rim. Hobbs is in there. Plenty of England defensemen. Matthews dives down, gets both hands on the ball, claims it for him. Jump ball awarded, and England take possession and send away Crimes from Landell. Crimes under pressure from Lundberg, but able to convert a chance into a score. 10 points now for Richard Crimes. 42 to 14 the England lead. Lundberg to Matthews. 3 minutes now remaining in the first half. Sideline possession. Andrew Evans to Dave Matthews. Lundberg, and another impressive basket from David Lundberg. Crimes. Cole beaten off by the Welsh defence. Gibbons out to Matthews, on for Evans. And Evans with the shot. That's Andrew Evans' first points of the match. Andrew Evans, the captain from Kenwick Hill. Landell. Once more the high pass over the defence, and Cole unable to control. Matthews finds the pass to Evans, blocked by Landell, but Hobbs retrieves the situation, getting in second basket, brings the score to England 42, Wales 20. Landau, good basket. Garner. Play getting a little frantic now. Landau under the basket, and another couple of points for Mike Landau. 8 points now for the 5'11" young man from Dudley Tech. And the shot from Tony Hobbs brings him up to 6. Crimes is replaced by Carl Miller on the England side. 1 minute 29 remaining in the first half. 46-22 the score. It was a quiet start for Wales, beginning to get a little more into the match now as they start warming up. England, though, still dominating. Matthews. And the Welsh fire producing a lot of damage to the rim of the basket, but not too much to the net. Well, with 8 team fouls now against the Welsh team, England with that foul go to the free throw line. First attempt by Carl Miller is missed. There's the second, 47-22. And a good basket from Carl Garner. That's his second of the morning. Matthews. And Matthews dives down. He really is hungry for the ball, Dave Matthews. So jump ball between Hobbs and Gary Cole. And it goes out of play for England possession. Watson and Garner. Well, Garner didn't really have too much action in last night's match against Scotland, only coming on in the latter part of the second half. Fitzroy Folks, very much the mainspring last night, is being rested for this game. It shows the strength and depth in the England side. And from the corner is Evans. Taken out by England's defence. Landau for Garner. And it's bobbling awkwardly across the area. Retrieved by Cole, the tallest man in the tournament at 6'10". Garner. And confusion in the England forwards there between Gary Cole, Carl Miller, and the pass from Watson. Lundberg with the shot. Well, that's the end of the first half, a first half that's seen England really snake away to a comfortable 27 points lead. They lead by 49 points to Wales 22. Valiant display by the Welsh, but England showing a lot more teamwork and a lot more experience than the Welsh. Off goes to Wales, goes to England rather, is Landau to Garner. Garner 4 points in the first half. Crimes, he's on 10, and Scott on 14. Well, sideline possession through Landau. Landau quickly runs to the opposite side, in for Scott. And Scott off the rim, the follow-up, the rebound from Crimes. Wales able to snatch the ball with Tony Hobbs. Out now to Evans. Wales with a lot to pull back. Really need to start knocking in some baskets at the start of the second half. Get the momentum going. And the ball goes out of play. Landau on for Garner. And superb run by Garner, and a lovely basket on the end of it. 6 points for Carl Garner, and that puts England over the half century at 51 points to Wales 22. Evans switching it with Rowe. Evans again. Was that a trip by Landau? And the second foul on Mike Landau. Evans. Matthews being given the rest in the second half. Evans taking on the position of point guard. Landau for Garner. And Garner under pressure from Lundberg finds room for the shot, but it's Welsh possession on the sideline. Lundberg taking the England defence by surprise. They're looking the other way, and Lundberg gets the basket, puts Wales on to 24. Lundberg now the top scorer for Wales on 8 points. Landell back to Garner. Garner for Scott. Scott pushing the ball up in the air and losing out. Evans, Lundberg. Hobbs. Evans, Rowe. Receives possession back again. Tries to turn Landell, goes in. And took a painful knock on the left leg. Evans writhes in pain on the ground. Landell finds room for the shot, and lovely basket from Mike Landell. England seem to be growing in confidence by the minute. 10 points now for Mike Landell. Evans to Rowe. Evans again, and under pressure from Landell. Foul given against Mike Landell. And that is the third foul on Mike Landell. Well, Landell's been on virtually from the start. He's accumulated 3 fouls now. One wonders whether Humphrey might consider a substitution, keep Landell for the closing minutes. England though with a comfortable lead at 53-24. Scott, and Scott edging out Lundberg as he went for the shot. And foul against Ken Scott. That's his second. Well, the referee calling time out there, I think questioning the number of fouls on Ken Scott. Two already recorded, but seems that's the decision. Anyway, up to the free throw line goes David Lundberg. And it rolls off the rim. So sideline possession for Wales. Rowe. Hobbs. Rowe again, out on the right. Finds Landell and Garner blocking the way. Evans, Rowe now. And Wales losing out on attack. Miller leaves the ball for Garner. Landell from the left. And Landell really does seem to be able to put the baskets in from any angle, any distance. Looking very positive, looking very decisive. Rowe moves in on the basket underneath, and a nice basket from Martin Rowe. Garner, Landell. And this time he's denied. Rowe comes forward for Wales. Rowe with the shot, comes off the metal work. Well, the Wales attack conceding the foul. England playing the ball out of defence. Crimes. And Welsh defence working well, getting the ball back. Evans pushing a little too far over, and Rowe with the rebound. Well, Rowe's not been on long, but he's already popped in 2 baskets to bring the Wales total up to 28. England 25. Scott extending that to 57 now. Well, Ken Scott given quite a rest in the first half. Bit of confusion there between Rowe and Evans, and substitution called. For England, on comes Mike Hubbard, and off goes Richard Crimes. Garner, Hubbard, Scott. Scott and a crowd of Welsh players able to get the shot in though. Taken by Gibbons. There's quite a pile up under the net. Scott was down there, Gibbons was down there, so was Miller. Wales coming away now with Rowe. He's got Lundberg in support, and the ball agonisingly rolls off the rim for Wales. That's Garner avoiding the challenge of Gould. And finally to Scott. But referee not too happy, cancelling out the shot. Rowe goes in and walking called and given. Landell, and once more, Landell really looking so determined on the basket. 14 points for Mike Landell, now challenging Ken Scott for the highest score. And a foul on Carl Miller. That's foul number 2. Rowe. Well, Wales trying out their third point guard. Rowe filling the position vacated by Matthews and now Evans. England retaliation. Hubbard. And the rebound from Miller. Carl Miller moves up to 7 points, his first points after the second half. 61-28 now, with just now 6 minutes completed of the second half. Down goes Lundberg. Lundberg takes possession, just avoids the challenge of Miller. It goes out to Rowe. Rowe moves in with the shot, and good knockdown by Scott. Sends Landell away. Scott with the return pass and moves in on Lundberg. Wales play the ball out of defence. That's Gould. Gould down the left, challenged by Miller. Lundberg for Rowe. Gould now taking on the point guard role. Determined throw to Hobbs, but the man in the way there was Scott. Landell out to Hubbard. Support from Miller, looking for the rebound. In fact, it goes to Ken Scott. Ken Scott gets the rebound, but good defensive work by Hobbs and Gibbons, not giving Scott enough room to poke the ball into the basket. Garner. And Garner facing up to the Welsh defence, travelling Gibbon, and Wales take possession on the sideline. Good pass out to Rowe, Rowe into the basket, and just bobbles around. Hobbs goes for the rebound, can't get on the end of it. Garner. Over the Welshman to Landell. And Landell brings his total up to 16, now level top scorer with Ken Scott. Gould, Rowe. Well, the Welsh teamwork building up now. Little experience of playing together, although players only from several players from the same club in the shape of the Treorchy and the Tralee clubs. Score there by Mike Hubbard for England. 6 points now for Mike. And Garner runs straight out of play. Gould. Garner faces up in front, trying to deter Gould. Gould again, finds the pass through to Martin. But Wales, well, the ball going behind the baseline, the pass to Martin under the net. Steve Martin gets the basket, brings his total to 6, Wales to 30. taking a little long there, and so Wales possession. Lundberg to Gould. And that is really the difference between the Welsh and the English. There goes Scott on a lovely run and a dunk on the end of it. 18 points for Ken Scott. Wales lacking really a regular goal scorer, not goal scorer, rather net scorer, point scorer. And England there with the domination of Ken Scott. 18 points. Wales top scorer on 8, David Lundberg. Then you have Martin and Hobbs on 6. Scott. Pass into Hobbs, he couldn't take it. Gould off the rim. England away now, swift movement down the left. Finished off by Hubbard. Was there a foul as he went in? Gould for Wales. Almost losing control of the ball, almost losing out to Garner. And England possession. Garner. Garner sends Hubbard away and falls. And travelling given. Throws the ball away angrily. And the Welsh attack breaks down, and in goes Miller for a very decisive dunk. 9 points now for England. Rather, Carl Miller, and 71 points for England. 71-30 to score at the halfway stage in the second half. Hubbard. Miller for Scott. And it looks like Scott fouled on the attempt there. The referee now trying to dislodge the net. So Scott at the free throw line, fouled in the act of shooting. That one unsuccessful. Hubbard follows up. And a substitution. On comes Gary Cole for England. And off goes Ken Scott to a round of applause. Ken Scott, 22 points. Hubbard with the free throw, successful. 7 points now for Mike Hubbard. And the shot from Lundberg, 10 points now for David Lundberg. 32 for Wales, 76 to England. Well, the cry coming up from the Welsh bench, no fouls, they must be on the brink of the 8 foul mark. Hubbard. Miller. But Miller brought back before the shot could be taken. Lundberg from the sideline. Well, the pass from Gibbons to Hobbs, but Hobbs unable to get the ball in. Hubbard Garner in space. McCutcheon in support. And the shot from Mike Hubbard. Gets the second attempt. McCutcheon weaves, finds some space. Nice basket from Neil McCutcheon, his second of the match. England 78, Wales 32. Lundberg. McCutcheon. And there goes Mike Hubbard. 11 points now for Mike Hubbard. Lundberg to Gould, out of play. Well, another substitution on the England side. On comes Paul Foster and off goes Carl Miller. Sideline possession for Wales. And Mark Gould. And Martin stopped by the referee before he could pass the ball. Turns away in anger. 80 points to 32, the England lead now. Martin comes away, breakaway for Martin against McCutcheon. Can't get the shot in. And Gibbons can't get the rebound. Garner. And foul given against Mark Gould. I think Mark Gould begins to lose his cool a little. Being substituted, on comes Dave Matthews. Foster. McCutcheon. And the shot from number 15, Gary Cole. Hobbs. Hobbs again under the basket. And that's Tony Hobbs' 8th point. Wales 34, England 82. Lundberg from the sideline. Porter. Lundberg now from the right, off the rim. Hobbs with the rebound and fouled by number 15, Gary Cole. Well, first foul against Gary Cole and the substitution. Watson on for Mike Hubbard. Hobbs misses the first throw. There goes the second. So Hobbs brings his total up to 9. And the third attempt. Well, it comes back off the frame. 82 to 35 now, the England lead. 6.5 minutes remaining. Watson. Once more off the metalwork. Wales breaking now, that's with Foster. Shot from Lundberg. Watson. Once more off the metalwork. Wales breaking now, that's with Foster. Shot from Lundberg. McCutcheon. Foster. McCutcheon again. Garner's running and it comes off the leg of Lundberg. McCutcheon back for Foster. And referee not happy there. takes possession of the ball. Sideline ball to be taken by the number 13 man for England, Paul Foster. And the shot from Ghana comes off for a rebound from Gary Cole. Porter. Hobbs. Porter calls again. Finds Lundberg. Lundberg in for Gibbons, loses out to Cole. And a neat interception almost by Martin McCutcheon, able to recover. Ghana. McCutcheon. Foster in the corner. Challenging is Mark Gibbons. McCutcheon to Ghana. Porter waiting in front, trying to block his move. And Ghana dives through, finds Watson in space. Watson goes in for the basket, and a foul called, I think they're against David Lundberg. Well, Watson fouled in the act of shooting, goes to the free throw line for an extra point. To 35, the England lead. 4.5 minutes remaining. Watson. Well, there's a strong pass to Foster, who's slightly out of position to receive it. Porter. Gibbons backs into the area. Porter. Switches it to Lundberg now. Porter finds the way blocked by Ghana, and Ghana concedes a foul. And the timeout called. Porter. Well, England on the 18 foul mark, so Philip Porter goes to the line with that foul from Carl Garner, and Porter gets his first point of the match. 87 now to 36, just under 4 minutes remaining, and Wales putting up a valiant performance against England team with greater strength and depth. Porter. Lundberg. Porter once more. Well, Porter only a very slight frame, but making his mark on the match. Just another player to be tried out in the point guard role for Wales. England retaliation now. Carl Garner to Paul Foster. And a substitution. On comes number 6 for England, Mike Hubbard, and off goes Carl Garner. So to the free throw line goes number 13, Paul Foster. First attempt successful. That's Foster's first point of the match. Second back off the rim. One more attempt. That one had backspin, but it spun out again. 1 point from the 3 attempts for Paul Foster. 88 to 36 now the score in favour of England. The turn still very much on for England. 12 points required in 3 minutes. Porter off the supporting board. Hubbard. Foster. And foul against Paul Foster. Looks like for holding. First foul against Paul Foster. Well, fouls being fairly limited in this game. I only think of one player offhand who's on 3 fouls. That's Mike Landell, who's now been given a substantial rest by the England coach. Really, the game flowing quite well. It's flowing mainly, though, in England's favour. Watson for Cole. And taken well by Ian Hopper. Well, England conceding another foul, so up to the line goes Ian Hopper. First attempt unsuccessful. 2 minutes, 8 seconds remaining. 88-36. And both attempts unsuccessful for Ian Hopper. Welsh pressure still being maintained through Martin. Back to Porter. England, though, able to shrug Porter off and get the ball away through Hubbard for McCutcheon. McCutcheon dives in, Lundberg underneath him, and the foul given against Neil McCutcheon. That's his second foul of the match. Well, now it's Lundberg up to the line. First attempt unsuccessful. Both teams now on the 8 foul mark. McCutcheon for Watson. Foster. Foster now back to Hubbard. Hubbard looking for room, tees up the shot. Lovely rebound shot for Mike Hubbard. Rebounded off the support into the basket. McCutcheon and travelling. Porter. Porter again. Lundberg finds Martin well. Good basket for Wales. And the foul given against Lundberg before the ball entered the basket. Cries of never from the Welsh bench. Lundberg looks like he's in pain. Rises. Now being attended to by the Welsh management. Watson with the throws, first one successful. England 91 now. Watson on 6. Can he make it 7? And it rolls around, but no second basket for Watson. But situation retrieved by Mike Hubbard. 15 points now for Mike Hubbard. 93 for England to Wales 38. Half a minute remaining now. And a neat shot from Philip Porter. 3 points now. Porter. Porter again. And Hubbard moving every way to block him. It eventually goes between Hubbard's legs. And Martin with the shot, the basket washed out. Hubbard runs into 2 Welshmen. And foul given. Martin disgusted, concedes the foul. That's his 3rd foul. And it sends Hubbard to the free throw line. First one is good. Puts Hubbard on 16 points. And that one comes back off the basket. The follow-up by the number 13 man, Paul Foster, the ball eventually going through the net. But that's the end of the match. 94 points to 40, the England victory. And the highlights and the scorers: Mike Landell scored 16, Mike Hubbard 16, and Ken Scott the top scorer, despite having only played about half the match, with 22 points. For Wales, the top score came from David Lundberg with 10, Steve Martin supported well with 8, and Tony Hobbs bagged 9 points. So convincing victory for England. Wales fought all the way, and Wales really needing to settle down with some teamwork for the rest of this tournament. They've lost 2 now, 54-66 to Ireland, and now 40-94 to England. England with 2 straight wins lead the table with 94-40 in this one and 80-50 in their previous match. And now the Irish must be wondering what's going to hit them when England take them on later today. Award goes to Richard Crimes from King Edward School, Birmingham. He receives his prize from the team bench.